Hello.
What's up? So, it's Monday. We thought we'd come on, do a little weekend recap for you guys. We had some UFC fights.
It was a good weekend.
I don't know. What else? Yeah. I went over to see the album release of Joey Mafia. He's a friend of Jason's, and we're gonna get him on the podcast. Hopefully in about a week. It should be great.
Stay tuned.
What else is new? Shit.
It's nice. It was raining Friday and
It
Saturday.
did.
Now it's nice.
We got some needed rain though. Yeah.
I don't mind it.
It was supposed to rain Sunday too, and it didn't really rain that much. It was a pretty nice day Sunday.
We enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I went out.
Oh, the other thing that our last podcast we were talking about honeybees, man. I found that I told you about it. I found this honeybee farm. It's kind of a farm. It's like all sorts of different farms. Started like Huff's Church Road, which is in this area, if you know this area. And point is, you should look at it. It's called like Plan B Farms, and I shared it on our Facebook page. It's super cool, and they also sell honey. So for those of you interested in that sort of thing, you can get honey. I don't know what else they sell, but it seemed like they had a lot. I saw like one of his posts. He said he jarred 100 pounds like that day or something, and I was like, oh damn.
How does he combat honeybees dying? What's his thing?
I didn't look into like his whole call, like how he started and everything, but I just saw he sells bees, and like he has like this thing going on, I guess I'm assuming at his house. But he'll just take I forget what he calls or what it's called, but essentially he takes like the baby bees and he'll put them in basically, yeah, and he'll put them in like a new hive that he makes, like a new slide, and he'll obviously add honey and food, and he'll put a queen in there, and he said within a week it's a new hive, and then he can like transfer it wherever. But he's trying to
makes a bunch of hives everywhere.
Yep, that's like I think his goal is to spread
Get other people to do it.
Yep, and that's why I think he sells bees. I thought it was cool though.
Yeah.
You should check it out.
I don't know if I'd buy bees.
I know you'd have to be into doing what he's doing, I guess. Like
put them out in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, I don't want to
like hook it up.
Yeah, I guess. But it's like I guess I'm assuming
Place
his
I never go.
Yeah, I'm assuming his goal though is to like get people like him to like actually start new hives in their area.
I guess I would definitely have like a different facility, because
Yeah.
you do it at your house, like you just like walk into your house and all of a sudden you just get stung by like a fucking bee. Like,
but honeybees aren't gonna. Well, first of all, honeybees only bite,
aggressive.
and yeah, they're not gonna mess with you if like you're not. I'm assuming it's not
He's
right
not selling
outside.
wasps.
Yeah, exactly. I'm assuming it's not right outside his house, like his front door.
That'd be the day I would just be like, nope, no more.
Yeah.
Get stung a bunch of times, like on your way to the car.
I had a honeybee one time when I was a kid get trapped in my shirt when I was playing outside, and it bit me like 5 or 6 times, like up here, and it was like I think I was allergic too, though. That was the problem. It was bad.
I put my hand on top of one of those fat ones. I forget what those bumblebees.
Yeah.
I just like leaned up. I was sitting in the grass.
I don't think they do anything, do they?
It bit me. I
I
don't
was
think it
gonna
really
say,
fucked. I was like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
I don't think they sting.
It made my hand warm.
Yeah, I did. I got stung by a wasp one time. I was opening my old screen door.
I got stung by a bunch of wasps.
But that you're right. It like burns. I used like baking soda and like a credit card to like scrape this stinger out. It like sucked, man. I was a little kid.
There was like a nest above my door when I was like a kid, and like I ran out the door. I forgot I was there or something like that.
Yeah.
And like, dude, I just got stung by a shit ton of bees. They fucked me up. I was like all swollen, my whole body.
Oh shit. All right, but yeah, Saturday was the UFC, some UFC fights.
It was a good Dallas,
We
Texas.
Yeah, that's right. We saw some of them, not all the fights, but some good ones.
I didn't watch it live. I watched just like fights I could find on the internet and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yep.
I think they were free though. I'm not sure. I'm not 100%. No, because it was a 211, so it wouldn't be free.
Nah, I
Yeah.
don't think it was.
But yeah, they were good.
What we got? So this first one on here, I'm looking at the fight card, or basically, first one is Dos Santos.
That was the headliner.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Mhm.
We just watched that one.
Heavyweights.
Yep. What do we had? Total strikes. Stipe had 26 and Dos Santos had 12.
Well, I watched the first fight too, and like the first fight was like really good.
Their previous one,
Yeah.
you mean?
Dos Santos won the first one, but it was pretty. The only reason I think he really won the first one is he got like tired. Like Stipe got tired by like halfway through the second round because he was really trying to like. They were both just kind of standing up and boxing with each other, but
Yeah.
Stipe kept trying to mix it up and like shooting it for takedowns. He kept ducking under like punches and stuff like that, and shooting it for takedowns, pushing up against the cage. It was like kind of working for him, not like really well though. So I feel like he used like a lot of energy trying to do that, and it kind of like screwed him because it was a 5-round fight.
Yeah.
But the next dude, Stipe, came out. And he was ready. He was I saw him do like in the first fight how he was like chased him like along the corner. Yeah, that's what he was doing. Like that's where he got most of the success in the first fight. How he was like chased him with like the hooks as he was trying to circle out. He got him like a couple of times, but yeah, he's got really good boxing. He's like a Golden Gloves champion boxer. Stipe is.
Stipe, yeah.
But Dos Santos is no joke either. He's really good. He's got really good hands too.
Definitely.
I've seen him knock people like dead. His last fight he won by wheel kick. Wheel kicked the dude in the head and knocked him out.
Wow.
He was all rocked and then he just like.
Yeah.
I feel like he just did it to like try it.
Yeah.
But
They were talking. I remember they were talking during that fight, saying how like he looked. I guess a couple of his fights recently, he didn't look as good as he used to or something. And they were saying this fight he looked pretty well as well as his last one.
who does Santos?
Yeah.
Yeah. He used to be the champ, and then he got taken by Cain. Cain Velasquez, yeah, beat the brakes off him. Like he was doing. Dos Santos was doing decent for like the first round, but then like Cain just like kept like amplifying the pace.
Yeah.
And like that's crazy for a heavyweight. I was watching them today, or I was watching their first fight, and just like how much slower of a pace it is compared to like a welterweight fight.
Yeah.
Like,
Heavyweights. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. It seems like they're moving like molasses, but the power though.
Yeah, they throw like in a minute they might throw like 10, 15 punches. In a welterweight or something they'll throw like 30, 40 punches like in a minute. It's like there's a big difference.
But there's a big difference in the power of those punches as well. So
Stipe got pissed at the end. He knocked him down, and Dos Santos went and started just like cradling up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then he was just
kept
pounding him on the
rocking.
side of the head, and like he did it like 2 or 3 times. He looks up with the ref, and I think he said like after the fight that he was like pissed that he didn't want to do it. It was like they should like man. Once a dude goes down, like they count knockdowns. Like I see, like one of the stats on there is knockdowns.
Yeah,
it's
knockdowns.
Like, there really shouldn't even be knockdowns. Like if you get caught that hard, it should be like pretty much it.
Stipe got one on Dos Santos. A knockdown.
Yeah, the knockdown was also what it was a TKO, not a knockout. So the knockdown led to the TKO.
Yeah.
I guess, but I don't know. It's not boxing. It shouldn't really.
Exactly. Yeah.
If they're on the ground just covering up like that, just stop the fight. No one needs to get their brains beaten in. Like,
That's it. And see, I don't know. That's part of the problem, but at the same time, it's what they signed up for, I guess.
I'm surprised, man. Stipe is like when he won. I forget who he won it from. Verdum, I think. Yeah, he won it from Verdum, and I was pretty surprised. And like he's just keeps surprising me. At this point, I'm done being surprised. I'm rooting for Stipe. I always knew he was a good fighter, but like I never thought he was like at that level to be like a champ that could like hold it for a while. I knew him to be a guy with good boxing, like a lot of heart and decent ground game is like what I know him for. But
stepping up the game.
yeah, he's
That's
a fireman.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's from like Chicago or something. It should say it on there.
Stipe. It doesn't say.
No, it doesn't. He's from.
I'm sure I could find out.
Yeah, it's not too important.
I clicked on his name, so
It'll take you to his page.
I'm sure it'll. Oh yeah. Champion heavyweight. Doesn't say nothing else really.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
Oh wait, yes it does.
Shout outs to
From
being a
Ohio.
fireman. Ohio.
Ohio is where he's from.
Cleveland. He's from Cleveland, Ohio.
He went to college at Cleveland State University.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Shout outs. And he's still a fireman. Like, he didn't stop being a fireman when he got
Yeah,
champion. That's
most
that's crazy.
that's something that's like pretty consistent. It's like a lot of firemen, they get into something in their like real, in their career,
Mm-hmm.
and they just stick with that, which is cool. Especially in like something like this, professional UFC fighter, you're still a fireman.
But now where's Dos Santos goes? It's like, I don't know, man. I think he's getting pretty old. I've seen that guy get lumped up a bunch of times.
Dos
like,
Santos?
Yeah. I've seen that guy take a lot of punishment. So it's like, oh, I think you're starting to get. How old is he? Does it say? Like, don't even look it up if it's not right there. But
No, it doesn't say
okay.
ages. On
He's
the
like
first
probably late 30s getting there.
Yeah,
So.
looks it.
Especially after Kane. Oh my god, if you ever seen his face after he fought Kane, he looked
Nah.
like Sloth from the Goonies. I was like, oh my god. I watched that fight live. I was just like, oh man. Just a lot of ground and pound. Even Kane's boxing was really good.
Yeah.
He just boxed him up. But that's about it. It was a really quick fight, 2 minutes.
It was, yeah, that was a
So
quick
there's
one.
not much you can say about it.
This one, next one on here is, how do you say this girl's name?
Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Yes, okay. And then Jessica Andrade.
Mm-hmm. That was a really good fight.
This one, yeah.
That was probably my favorite fight of the night.
It was good. It was very good. The amount of the strike difference is insane.
Yeah. How many did Joanna land?
She has 230.
Significant strikes and 225 total. So all of her strikes that she landed were hard.
Yeah.
She didn't throw anything softly.
Yep.
That's the one factor you got. Like, she hit that chick 230
They
times hard.
They were very hard. They
I
all
would-
of them, even the simple
Just,
jabs.
there was a lot of stiff, straight punches.
They were.
And she was that. What was it? Jessica.
Yeah, Jessica Andrade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was. Her whole game plan was definitely to like
See,
close the distance. Try to land some heavy bombs coming in, and then maybe get the takedown, slam her down.
She really
ground
wanted
and
that
pound.
takedown.
And she got it like 3 times.
But
like,
she couldn't keep it.
She hoisted it up like over her head.
Oh, yeah.
Like
She
those were impressive. Like
They
just
were.
at least power wise, like that took a lot. I couldn't lift like
I
you
know.
up over my head like that and slam you
She
down.
had her arms locked around just one leg, and she
Mhm.
just grabbed the body.
She was
and
doing
just,
high crotch singles. That's what
yeah.
Cormier was
But
calling them.
she picked her up high and
Mhm.
and slammed in like weird direct. Like she had
Mhm.
full control of her,
But
without a doubt.
you want to like. She was not like that's another thing, like you're picking someone up that doesn't want to be picked up
That's
too.
fighting against it, yeah.
Mhm.
Not just that's like standing there letting you do it.
And she was obviously prepared. She must have like seen Jessica. She's like, okay, I gotta like figure out how to like not get taken down, and I gotta figure out how to like get back up. Like she probably had her down for like a total of like 20 seconds, if that, and it was a mostly scramble.
She like bounced right back up
Mhm.
almost every time without
And she took her down like 3 times.
Yep.
Maybe 4.
And it's funny because then she kind of learned. She started. Andrade started being
She
like
got stumped.
Yeah,
She did like
she didn't know how to go about it because her approach with the takedowns was not working. She couldn't keep her on the ground, so
her only real success in the fight was besides like the takedowns were nice, but her real success in the fight was in the first like 30-40 seconds
yeah
where she got that crazy combination
yeah
and lumped up
she
Joanna's
dipped in.
forehead.
Yeah, she dipped under.
I think
and
Joanna
that's-
was still just in her like feel out stage,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then she
she
just kind of
wasn't ready.
exploded forward.
Yeah.
And then as soon as like she learned after that, she's like, okay, bitch, like
And the thing about Joanna is
longer.
her distance. She was able to keep her distance. Like she was, like you
Mhm.
like you were telling me, she's very good. Like she knows where she is in the ring. She knows where the
She
cage
never let
is.
her back hit the cage.
Exactly. She'll lead. She led Andrade over
Mhm.
just so she could dip back the other way. She was very good with all that, without a doubt.
I don't think Joanna moved forward that entire fight. Jessica was the one going forward the entire fight.
Yeah,
but,
the only time she moved forward is with the jabs that she threw.
Yeah.
She would step.
But she would never like consistently walk her
No.
down or anything. It was
No.
always Andrea trying to walk her down.
Uh-huh.
And she's a smaller, like stockier built chick, so that's what she really
Andrea
wanted.
is, yeah.
She wanted to get inside. Man, she hit fucking hard, dude.
Oh, she
was
did.
cracking.
She was not holding back.
There was
yeah.
a few times where she cracked Joanna, and she's like,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "Whoo, man, you gotta watch yourself."
Yep.
And just like you could tell by the power in those takedowns, if you see them, just like the way she hoisted them
Yeah.
up, it's like
She has.
She must have crazy like legs and like.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
She could probably like
She's
squat
stocky.
a lot.
Oh yeah.
But it was a good fight. She landed a couple nice head kicks even. Joanna kicked her in the side of the head. She was trying to set up a couple more, wasn't able to get them.
Yeah.
Won by decision. That would
have been nasty.
One ref gave her Andrade a 40 or 10-8 round, which is crazy.
Yeah.
That means like they give 10-8 rounds more in boxing than they do UFC because there's knockdowns and they can stand back. Basically, in boxing, a 10-8 round would be you knock the guy down and he got like the 8 count and stood back up. So you always lose a point for getting like knocked down in boxing. So that's how like 10-8, even 7-8 rounds can like happen and shit like that. But there is no like 10 count in UFC. So
yeah, exactly.
The only time that really happens is like if you just like get overwhelmed in every single aspect of it. And there definitely was a round where like Andrade was just, I think it was like the 4th round where she was just completely stumped. She didn't take her down that whole round. I don't think she really landed many punches. It was just Joanna backing up, landing 1-2s, nice leg kicks,
Yep.
a lot of leg kicks.
Yeah, definitely.
Hit her everywhere, body, head, leg.
But Joanna definitely won that one.
I don't see like any chick in that division really killing. Joanna's like the biggest killer of all the like even Cyborg. I think she's like high. She's a lot smaller than Cyborg, but her skill level is like just kickboxing wise is nuts. And she's very like, I think she's been taken down and challenged on the ground, and every time she manages like to find a way back up like pretty easily. I don't think she has any submission victories.
I was gonna say she's more of an escape. I want to get back on my feet kind of person.
She's just like in love with kickboxing.
Yeah, exactly.
She can
That's
just
what
tell.
those kickboxers will do.
Mm-hmm.
What's our next one? Maya versus Masvidal.
That's when I heard about it. This was the fight that I was most excited for out of the whole card.
Okay.
I'll reading them all.
So Maya won.
Yeah.
Just to throw that out there.
By decision.
Yeah. Total strikes we're looking at. Maya had 67 and Masvidal had 55.
Well, like if you don't like give a little back, like Maya has the best jiu-jitsu in UFC by far out of everybody.
Definitely.
He's a crazy black belt in jiu-jitsu. His passes are godly. He can just pass you like a ghost, get to your back, choke you out. His submissions off his back, triangles, arm bars, whatnot. Like he's not to be fucked with. And Masvidal started with Kimbo Slice back in the day. He used to be whatever that like little backyard fight promotion company that they used to have.
Yeah.
Like Masvidal is like basically like one of the fighters of like.
Okay.
And I remember watching this one fight of him back in the day, long hair, like I think he had like dreadlocks or something. And he just beat the shit out of this dude. Like it was like this. You could tell he was like 18. He fought this like grown ass man, beat the fucking shit out of him. Just elbows, knees, like kicking him. Because I think he said he started off as like traditional martial arts. He was like boxing and like karate or taekwondo. So I think he actually had like a legit background, but he was also like a street kid. So
yeah.
And yeah, you can definitely tell he worked on his jiu-jitsu a lot, but the whole story of that fight was just couldn't Masvidal land the punches he needs to before Maya can pull him down to the ground. And I was just mind blown the whole time that Maya wasn't able to get the submission because he put him in his back.
He was, yeah, I know.
And look,
I was
don't even
surprised.
think he went for a single submission. Like
no submissions. No submissions. There was Maya got 4 takedowns on Masvidal, but yeah, you're right.
What? How many did he go for?
Out of 12.
So yeah. Maya's never been like the best wrestler. That was always his problem in the beginning of his career. That if he went against a guy with really good wrestling and good hands, he could take the guy down and he'd get beat the fuck up. Because he's gotten a lot better with his hands too. He's got a lot better with his takedowns and like he doesn't really try to box with people, but he's a lot better at like not getting hit at least, like just waiting for his time. Like he got a lot better with like his footwork. He used to just stand there and just get the fucking shit beat out of him. But yeah, it was a really good fight. The second round, I think the first round probably went to Maya. I think he wrestled him down. He wrestled him down after like 2 or 3 minutes, and
I don't know. I think the first round might have went to
I think the second one was definitely Masvidal. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, actually, you might be right. I might have those mixed up.
The first one, it was really like nothing really happened, but he got him down by like 3 minutes. And like that was the
Yeah.
round where he had him on his. He was wearing him like a backpack for
Yep.
like 3 minutes.
Yep. Okay.
So
You're right.
he landed. Jorge landed some good shots before he got there. Nothing really too nuts. Nothing to like ooh about. But he got him before, but just not enough to warrant 3 minutes of control.
Yeah.
And then the
That's
second
it, yeah.
round, I don't think he was able to get taken down until like 3 or 4 minutes into it. So he was on his feet for a lot
later on.
longer, and he was landing. He was
A lot more punches. Yeah.
He was going to the body a lot. I know
He
just
was.
throwing a lot of body kicks and a lot of body punches. But honestly, I'd have just been like, dude, focus on that head. Try to get him out.
Yeah.
That's your best chance.
That's one thing. Maya's control time was 8 minutes 17 seconds.
Out of 15 minutes.
Yeah, and Masvidal's was 1 minute and 51 seconds. So.
I don't know if that. Well, I guess that just control generally, or
I think that's general control.
Masvidal, I don't think he was in control of the ground at all.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Was he? I don't know.
Well,
I don't believe he was on top for
a minute. I think that's general control time. Though.
Yeah.
That's like, you know.
ring control, like you
Yeah.
got the dude backing up type of thing.
Exactly.
But the third
But that's a
round,
big difference, you know.
Mhm.
Maya obviously had more control over Masvidal.
that third round was all Maya though. I'm pretty sure. He
Oh,
got
yeah.
him down real quick. In the
Oh
third.
yeah, yep.
He was a little tired. Masvidal was probably getting a little tired.
Yeah,
too,
that one.
So
But I'm still surprised he didn't get that submission. He was like
didn't
on his
go
back.
for it.
Yeah, no, he wasn't even
He was
really.
just kind of happy, just like getting the control time and like landing some punches where he can. He got more. Maya landed more punches or strikes than Masvidal did, which is something that was not really crazy. I don't think he landed a single one of them on his feet too. Those are probably all on the ground.
I think you're complete. I don't think he threw like at very many at all.
Maybe just
standing
like jabs, just to
Yeah.
like throw them, just to like.
That's kind of where Masvidal had the upper hand because like Maya wasn't throwing much, and
Masvidal's a good striker.
but Maya's also really good at avoiding them, so like he was doing good at that. But
you gotta give it to Masvidal too, because it's like
oh yeah,
he didn't get submitted.
he didn't get submitted. That's the thing. Yeah.
Maybe Maya just didn't see any good
And in that
opportunities.
first round, he was he was up against that.
He was doing good. Yeah, he was
Get
smart by
with him on his back. Yeah.
He at least like leaned against the cage,
He
so it's
did.
not just standing there wearing
Yeah.
like a backpack.
He was doing really good at like trying to conserve his energy too. He was controlling his breathing.
He knew what kind of fight it was gonna be.
Exactly, and he knew what he was into right there. Like
Well, everyone who goes against Maya is not gonna be like, oh, he's gonna kickbox me.
exactly.
He's the jujitsu devil. So
Yeah, he's definitely not gonna make it easy.
Maya's probably getting the title shot next. So let's see how that goes.
Yeah.
I wish him best. I love Maya. I wish him best of luck. I like Masvidal too. So that was just like a fight where I was like interested to see who won. I knew it was gonna be a clash of styles though.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
I thought that was kind of cool. It was
Yeah.
like old school almost in a way. It was like
Yeah.
this kickboxer versus like this jiu-jitsu guy. Like it was a fun one.
Let's see. Next one up, we got Frankie Edgar, and
Frankie's back.
yeah. How do you say this guy's name? First name?
Yair Rodriguez.
Yair. Okay. So
Frankie's back.
yeah, Frankie definitely won that one.
He looked old school.
Total strikes. Edgar got 96 and Rodriguez 29.
How many was
96 out of 130 and 29 out of 57.
How many significant?
Significant. Edgar got 72 of 103. Rodriguez got 16 of 42.
And those were all like ground and pound.
Yep.
Yair landed.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Landed some like leg kicks
Leg
standing.
kicks, definitely.
Body kicks.
Yep.
Maybe a few jabs. Maybe.
I
don't think
did he
really-
catch him in the head at all with one of those kicks?
I don't think so.
He was trying for a really long
Mhm.
time, yeah.
I mean, until he got taken down.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
yeah.
like Yair's like he's a crazy. I forget what he's probably Taekwondo, but he's a crazy kicker, man.
You want to hear a question mark?
What?
Yair got one submission attempt and Edgar got 0. That's a random one for
Well, that's when he went for that in the second round.
Oh, yeah.
Frankie went to take him down, and Yair scrambled for the leg and went for the leg bar.
Yeah, the leg.
And Frankie got denied that takedown, which is I thought was weird.
Yes, he
took
did.
him down, put him down on the ground when he scrambled, but he didn't like have control over him when he took him down, and
They didn't count the. They didn't take. They didn't count it as a takedown. Yeah, he got technically 2 takedowns, but they only counted 1 because he didn't keep the.
But yeah, man, that
Control.
grounded all of Frankie's. Maybe he landed a few punches standing on the feet, but all of Frankie's strikes
I
were
don't
ground
know.
and
Yeah,
pound.
most of them were.
Hard ground.
I think a lot of the stand-up ones were just like keep away jabs. Yeah.
I mean, he's got nice boxing. I always knew Frankie to have nice.
He was
boxing.
just concentrating on the ground. Yeah, he didn't care about the standing up, especially with this guy's kicks. I mean, he had some nice kicks.
Yeah, he's a killer.
Oh, you know what? He did get that one. The hell was it? It was like a. I don't even know. Was it a? He did a spinning back, but I don't know what the hell.
He hit him with like a straight kick that kind of hit him in the face.
I'm not sure. He was just kind of like spinning around, but
I think he was a little bit out of range for it. Maybe like grazed
definitely,
him.
yeah. And he was kind of like off angle
Didn't
too.
rock him or anything.
No, definitely not.
But yeah, man, that was brutal. That looked old school. Too.
I know. Frankie
after
did not
the first
fuck
round,
around.
his eye was just swollen, and by the second round, it was just done. They asked him even. They were like, "Do you want to continue?" And I thought that was kind of weird.
Oh yeah, Rodriguez.
They asked him if you want to continue. His eye was swollen to hell and cut and shit.
The doctor stopped it.
He said yeah, and then the doctor was like, "Nah."
Yeah.
And they called it off, and Frankie got like pissed.
Frankie was very angry. Yeah.
Frankie was more pissed than like Yair was almost. He was like, the kid's saying you can fight. Let him fucking fight.
I wonder if it was that or if like he just like
or he wanted to keep fighting.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that kind of guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like to be that like hot-headed about it.
I want to keep beating the shit out of him. Or something.
And the doctor. Yeah, no, I think he was pissed because like Rodriguez was saying like, yeah, I want to go back out there, and the doctor was just like, no, you're done.
It was swollen.
It was bad. Yeah, it was bad.
They won't let him go out if it's like shut.
No,
it was probably getting to that.
It was already second round, wasn't it? He was his eye was already half closed. He couldn't see the right jabs.
After the first round, it was fucked up. The second round, it was completely. They stopped it.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. At the beginning of the second round already, he was like, he could hardly see out of his eye.
It only took Frankie like a minute both rounds to get him down, so he's probably spent 4 minutes both rounds on his back getting hit. Essentially,
that's all he was concentrated on too. Frankie was just like trying to post up on his legs and just swing down on him with all his power.
Yeah,
and
Frankie just started his own supplement company, so
let's check that out.
I forget what it's called. Just Frankie Egger's supplement company. It's like Iron something. I always see him advertising shit on Facebook. I think I have him liked. But I just had like a stupid thought. I was like, he looks like the old Frankie. I hope it's like his supplements are like legit. You know what I'm saying? They're not
steroids. Yeah, I hope not.
I'd be so sad if Frankie gets popped after this fight for steroids.
I'd be messed up, man.
And the supplement company's not gonna work. Nobody's gonna buy shit. Cause that was his one thing that I remember hearing like talk about it. He's like, he wants to do it. Like his whole thing was, I'm doing it all like through like. There's not gonna be any sketchy shit in it. That was like one of his like main things he was trying to talk about. So if there is sketchy shit in it, I'd be pissed.
I'm gonna be disappointed. Yeah.
You lied specifically, and said that, but I don't think so. I think he's back. Did you find the website?
No, not yet. But I'm not reading some good things here. So the first thing I see, incoming tainted supplements failure by Frankie. It's like, I don't even know, man. It's some bad stuff.
That's what everyone has the same thought I do.
That's probably all it is. It's probably a bunch of bullshit. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be. It's gonna be like a John Jones incident where he like started his own supplement company and then got popped for shit. He got popped for estrogen blockers.
They're talking about on here though. I hope that's not like what it is.
I don't know. They probably just like.
I need to try to find like the actual. It's not. It's a bunch of like.
I don't have any internet.
Some website / Frankie Edgar and like so.
I was gonna
it's
say,
not
look
his.
him up on like Facebook and it'll probably be like all over his Facebook.
You're right. That's what I should do.
Like, but I don't know if you want to do that right now.
Why not?
Yeah.
We'll check it out. We only got like one more fight we're gonna go over because we didn't.
I didn't watch the entire. These are all the like the big name fights that like all the other fights I didn't watch, like, because I didn't know the people really. I might watch them.
Yeah, you could always check them out, but okay. I went to Frankie Edgar's Facebook page, and now it says page not available.
Yeah, I kind of like that he got, not, it's mean to say, but Yair deserves to get beat up, because the last person Yair beat up was like BJ Penn, and I love BJ Penn. So he deserved
like,
it.
You deserve it, man.
Yeah, he beat up one of my legends, like, beat the shit out of him.
Frankie Edgar.
He was like, he came back out of retirement for a while, and they gave him this young killer. I think Yair is like 23, 22. He's young as fuck. And got kicks for days.
Let's check it out here.
You see anything?
Yeah. Saw some stuff about supplements, but I can't find like the name or anything.
It's like Iron, or it's like Iron Man something, I think. Or like, it's got like some intense name.
The Iron Army.
The Iron Army, that's what it is.
That's what it is. So let me see if I can check out that page.
Mm-hmm. I hope it's all legit. I mean, I don't have any like reasons to really doubt him. I don't think he was ever one of those guys to even really use steroids.
Have, like clothes and shit, t-shirts and.
Yeah, I don't know if they. I heard him talking on this. I just watched it just to watch it. I heard him talking. They're like about to launch it, maybe. So I don't know if they officially launched it to the public. But
yeah, it looks like. I mean, it says on the thing on the actual page of, the Iron Army, it says like nutrition supplements, but when I click on it, it doesn't actually take me to anything.
Mm-hmm.
They're just different pages, and one of them being on it. So
maybe he's working with all.
I was gonna say I have a feeling he might just be kind of like working with companies, and
cool.
maybe trying to produce some of his own as well. But it doesn't look like there's any. Oh, yeah, he's just kind of like matched with a bunch of supplement companies. Maybe that's all it is. But he definitely has like a clothing line going. It looks like.
Well, fucking hey, man, make some money.
Well, you have to check out the Iron Army if you're interested.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you can
if
find
you like
out more.
Frankie Edgar.
I'm not going to spend too long just checking out this, but you get the point.
Shout out.
What was the other one you saw? It was
Dustin Poirier versus
Alvarez and Poirier.
So I was sad because I wanted Alvarez to win. Alvarez was from Philly. So
and nobody won.
Yeah, that's like the
The
thing.
no contest one.
Alvarez was I think the last dude to fight Conor McGregor. He got his title taken by Conor. But that was like, he hit so many hard times in that fight, and Conor like put him to sleep like pretty easily. So that like says a lot about like, how hard Conor hits.
Yeah, it does. He was taking a beating and he didn't care about it at all.
And Conor kind of like tucked him to sleep with like a couple punches. Like, I mean, it was over like a course of a little while, but he kind of knocked him out cold. I don't think he wasn't able to knock him out cold. Dustin, I mean, he was landing a shit ton of like straight punches, kicks. I think a lot of kicks to the body, kicks to the leg, but he was just a lot longer than Eddie, and Eddie was having a little bit of a. I mean, he wasn't doing terrible. Eddie by no means was doing like atrocious, but he was getting like picked apart at range a lot.
Yeah.
And then eventually, I think it was. Did it go to the second round?
Yeah, round 2, 1 minute and 2 seconds.
Yeah, I think in the second round, Poirier started like putting it on him. He got some hard He got that one combination that lasted like 20 seconds. Well, it wasn't a combination, but it was like Alvarez like stumbled around.
Yeah.
But Alvarez did he started making a comeback. Like he just started bit down, just started swinging back, caught Dustin. Dustin like got rocked a little bit. And then so they kind of like got put on like even ground, and I forget exactly how it happened, but I think Dustin might have like shot in for a takedown, and Eddie sprawled it. So they ended up in like the turtle, like one dude down on his back, the other dude on top of him.
Yeah.
And Eddie went to knee him in the head.
Yeah, he was kind of on the side of him at that point. Yeah.
You need him in the head twice. And
But the first time his hand was clearly down, and then the second, and they were going by the old rules, which is the other thing.
Yeah.
So, but the first time his hand was clearly down.
the old rules is like 4 points of contact. Like you need like 3 points of
3
contact.
points. Yeah, I was gonna say no. That's the new rules. Yeah.
So back in the day, like if somebody has your head, they're gonna knee you in the face. One thing you could do back in the day is just put one hand on the ground, and they can't by the rules they can't
legally,
knee you in the face. They could just in a street fight you get your face blasted
that's,
in.
Yeah.
But they changed it to 4 points, so at least then you'd have to like get down on the ground. It's like harder just to like stick one hand down the two.
You can't just avoid a knee by just touching the ground anymore. But
and another thing, like if somebody's on all fours, you could just lift up their arm.
Yeah.
If you could just lift
just
their
pull an arm,
and you could start kneeing them in the head. But they were probably in a state that I don't know. There's different athletic commissions, and that's like
I don't know
how it goes down. And they were using the old rules, but even by the new rules, I think they were still illegal.
No, because
the first one he kneed him once. He had one down. The second one he put the other hand down.
No. First time he had one hand down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The second time he also had a knee down.
Okay.
That's what it was, and he still needed
a point.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Yeah, because I mean he was basically on. If you got a knee down, a foot and a hand, you're on the ground. You're like on your knee. And so it's like he was obviously on the ground for the second one,
the first
and he still needed him.
Was legal by the new standards, but illegal by the old standards, and then the second one was illegal by both.
His knee was down. Yeah, as soon as your knee was down, that was it. But
I think he might have gotten confused. I don't know.
It seemed like I don't know. It's hard to say. He
you
looked
think he
like
was looking for a way out.
It didn't look like, man, dude.
He's
who
like,
knows?
maybe I need this dude in the head a couple times illegally, and they'll give it a no contest.
I mean,
I don't think he had that.
It didn't seem like he was. It didn't seem like he was going like super quick, as if he couldn't control him. It's like he was like just so calmly, just like boop, boop, and it was like, and then the ref stopped. The ref should have stopped it, man, after the first one. He must have been confused.
A little confused, yeah.
Yeah, because of the rule thing.
But I don't know. It was a good. I would like to see it go further. That was a good fight. They were going to war.
It was a little disappointing that it was a no contest like that, the way it happened.
Yeah, like I said, I always like Eddie just because he's from Philly and like, let's see, dude from hometown hero go down.
Dustin Poirier went for 2 submission attempts and 0 takedowns, but Alvarez went for 4 takedowns and got 1.
Alvarez is a wrestler and like a boxer.
Total strikes, Alvarez got 44 of 128, and Poirier got 79 of 150. Poirier,
half of it.
Yeah.
Half is usually good. That's like where you want to aim for. If you start getting to like 60, 70 range, you're like Floyd Mayweather. But if you can get at least half, it's usually a good percentage.
Yep.
And yeah, that was a good fight though. I mean, it sucks. They just called it a no contest for whatever.
Yeah.
Like I hate that
for whatever
kind of
reason.
shit.
Yeah.
They should just like ask both dudes like, "You want to keep going?"
It's hard to.
Depends how rocked he is. It doesn't even look like they really like killed him.
Good knees, but they weren't like great.
They didn't like kill him or anything. He's like after the first one. I think he had kneed the first time. I was like, wait, I think that was illegal, and just kind of like went down further, and then got kneed again. He's like,
that one was definitely illegal.
Yeah,
what's going on?
But yeah, the ref should have been a little bit more on point, but it's hard.
He was
it's a hard
standing
job.
right there. Yeah, definitely. And with the rule change,
scrambles and shit.
But it was a good fight. Like I said, it would have been cool if it like went on past that. If that didn't happen, that illegal stuff didn't happen. But
gotta check out the rest of them.
Yeah, check them. I'm sure you can find them at this point. At least shitty quality or not, but you'll at least get to see them if you're interested. If you're not interested, you didn't like this whole podcast. So.
It's a little expensive to buy a pay-per-view every time.
Exactly, yeah.
It's cool to watch them live and all that.
Definitely. And in the good quality and all, yeah. That's definitely cool. But I was busy at the time of the fights on Saturday, but I probably would have.
You were at the concert or the thing?
Yeah, at Joey Mafia's album.
Was it dope?
Debut. Yeah, it was very cool.
Is that a hookah lounge?
And yeah, it was at a hookah lounge. I've never been to a hookah lounge
What was the hookah lounge called?
It was Hookah Turka in Bethlehem.
Okay.
It was awesome. It was pretty chill in there. Just a bunch of couches and stuff. It was like
That's awesome.
I was sitting right next to where they were performing, so I got to get some good
I've been to
videos.
a couple concerts that have like couches, and like there's always people just like make camp there.
Yeah.
And you never get to sit down.
What was funny is like because of how small this place was, it was literally like, you know, you could kind of just leave your stuff there, and like it was so like separated in a way that like if I left my stuff like on the couch or on the table that where I was sitting and went outside, like I did actually, like nobody was even in that area. Like, I mean, yeah, obviously if somebody wanted to steal your stuff, they could just like walk, but like I didn't have anything crazy there. But it was like super. Like everybody just kind of like left their stuff. It was like your own spot, even though it wasn't like table numbers or nothing like that. But it was cool.
It seemed like the place.
Very nice
The way you
place.
described it is like well maintained. It doesn't seem like there's
Yeah.
gonna be like
And it's not
people
big,
running around
so-
stealing shit too much.
Yeah, and
Was it dark or anything?
Yeah, it was. They had like a lot of colored lights all over the place. It was
Okay.
like little darker, dimmer lights.
That's cool.
They had this one painting on the wall, man, right behind the stair. I think it's probably in my video if you check out my Facebook page. There's this painting on the wall. We were talking about it afterwards. We couldn't tell like what the color of the painting actually was because there was this colored light that was switched every like 10 seconds or something, and it was so bright. It was like almost like neon. It was almost like a black light kind of like effect, but on every color, and we couldn't tell like what the actual painting color was because it was like every color. That's what color it looked. Kept tweaking me out, man.
You were scared.
It's like even during the whole thing, like I changed, it would like draw my eye to it. We were talking about that afterwards. A couple people were
Distracting ass painting.
yeah, right behind the performers. No, it was a cool place though. It's definitely a cool thing to go see. But we'll
Check out Joey Mafia.
we're gonna get him on here, and you guys will
We got
hear all
fidget
about
cubes
it.
in.
Oh yeah, we got our fidget cubes. They're pretty sweet. Except,
How'd they get shipped?
oh yeah, that was the greatest part. See, they were supposed to like take them, put them in the packages to be
They're
shipped.
like little like presentation boxes
Yeah.
with like.
Well, instead I got like this bag in the mail, and in the bag it had like the boxes folded up, like not folded up. I mean, like ready to be like packaged. Like they should have already done all this. Like,
They sent you the cubes and the packaging.
yeah,
but
in a package.
But they didn't put the cubes in the packaging. They just gave you the packaging it was supposed to be in.
That's how China works, apparently, ladies and gentlemen.
They're like, here, in case you wanted this to like put it in or something. I don't know.
Just in case you wanted to send it somewhere else.
Yeah.
All right, we'll catch you guys sometime.
It was lovely. It was another one.